married while I barely have friends of my own outside my stuffed tiger. But I'm never alone. Mom's thinking it's not normal. It was scaring her. Dad brushed it off and said, it's building character. Meanwhile, I'm in class, flying in space, vanquishing the invaders of an alien race. Who cares about math when the day needs saving? The teacher was just annoying, can't understand what she's saying. Anyway, summer's here, and I'll spend it outside, figuring out which vehicle was less a suicide. The little red wagon like an unfinished roller coaster, while the bike is just a contraption for kids to fall over. Rather walk in the woods, having philosophical banter on the ways of the world and why existence matters, why nature should be conserved and animals protected, and how they can't afford condos as their homes are disrespected. Maybe start my own club.
But hi, this would not be Room Full of Blurs if I did not mute myself as soon as I come into the room. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I have missed you guys so much. I'm going to get right to it because I've been very excited and I feel like I'm going to mess up or flub or start to do what I'm doing right now, which is babbling. So without further ado, please welcome my illustrious, frosty, bearded blurdicorn, Mr. Navy Montel. Hi! Hi!
Yo, you aren't lying. If there's at least one technical difficulty, yo, this has been that weekend of that bullshit. Okay.
Dude, Mercury is in
No, Mercury can kiss my ass, okay?
It is utter gutter trash. I think
Yo, what the hell, bro?
Yeah, Nobby, it is not the tits, as the kids say. I cleared the 2-minute mark, so I can say curses now. I think I need another 2 minutes. I'm sure. But
Father Nukin, how about that?
A fluffy bunny. Yes.
I have missed you. Oh my gosh, I missed you. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not catching us live, you're a fool. But if you are catching this down the line, the summer is over. We have survived. Some of us with a bout of COVID. Some of us without. Decide who that is.
I am so sorry you had to deal with that, but good
Dude,
Lord.
Literally.
Good Lord. Your voice changed and everything. I was like, hi. It's like, hi, Lady Mandalore. Hi. How are you?
Yeah, it was not me
at
all. I literally 8 a.m. I felt something in the back of my throat. I felt like this, whatever. And then by, I want to say 2 or 3 o'clock, 102.6 fever. I was running around not running around, but like up and trying to get shit done because I knew something was coming. I just didn't know when. And down under the covers, shivers, back, done, finito. Mother Nature will sit you down if you don't. I often hear her say that. It's not the other voices.
No comment.
Yeah. So Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to chit chat for a second, or do you want to?
Absolutely. I mean, come on. I ain't seen you in forever. Being on the other podcast, not the same. See, this is where we get the chance to commiserate as Capricorn. It's Capricorn commiseration. That's how we do it here, y'all.
No, it's fun. It's fun. I like it.
That stuff. So, the summer, good Lord, a lot has been going on. If y'all don't understand how much work we put into the summer with the travel and the interviews and everything.
Oh, the connections, the people I met that I didn't know that I should know because I have seen the things that they've done but forgot. Or they're the whipmeisters around.
The future collaborations, just oh my gosh, it was such a blessing and everything.
It's been real. It's been real fun.
Between Blurred, San Diego, Dragon Con, DreamCon,
Atlantic Con,
Atlantic Comic Con. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm tired.
I wasn't expected to go to work at Atlantic Comic Con, and something said, do it. And I ended up doing 4 on the spot interviews with 4 amazing creators, 2 I get to talk to later too. But I digress.
Yay!
We got some plans for y'all. We got some plans.
We's cooking. Je suis tiré. Hi, Boo Boo. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, love?
Over in Twitchland.
Headband courtesy of
I need to
Che
get.
Voulez Poo Poo over there. I mean, hey, hi. It's just.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir and all that junk.
If you want to look this cool, go to Believe It or Not on Instagram or check out her website. This is how I've been looking sexy because these headbands are everything. Lady Mandalore can attest to it, and
Yes.
I've been a proponent since day one. So
I feel like I need one because my Rihanna head is very Rihanna-ing this evening. Listen, look, she got money, so and she got charm and personality, so it's hereditary. It's somewhere in the Bayesian line, and I'm very happy to have it.
no.
Also, don't disagree with me because I'll headbutt you into the future.
Okay, I just had a flashback from Ninja Scroll. Don't do that to me, okay? New designs, Nani?
Oh, yes. Who?
Wait,
Where? What?
She said it.
You got
what?
Okay, like, ma'am, I need you to actually put your name as your screen name so people can give you their money to buy the things or at least peruse your wear. This person owns a whole store where she makes nerd type shit, and it's really cute and also handsome if you are into identifiers in that particular way. You go to Believe It or Not. It's on the IGs, it's on the interwebs as well. She got cute shit.
She do. Oh, you late. You late. I already had you down. See, guess what? I guess he hasn't endorsed there. I cannot say.
But now if you want to, I don't know how this works, but somehow somebody somewhere can highlight it and click it. Can I bring somebody else over for the sleepover? Can we like mini sleepover?
As long as they bring in snacks, you know the rule. They got to bring snacks.
I've looked at his page.
And not the Coca-Cola Oreos.
I believe there are snacks involved with him.
As long as it's not the Coca-Cola Oreos, we're fine.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing somebody to the podcast as a guest. Be kind to him, please. He is, I believe. Yes, he is a father. He is an elder. He is an elder. Within the Star Wars camp. I will curse you out. If you curse anywhere about this man and what he has to do. He is always right, and I will never say that about another man ever again. Please welcome. Super Rui.
Yeah. How's it going?
What's up, man?
I'm sure my wife would love to think that I would love for her to think that I am right all the time. It's great. Yeah, great to be here. So just wow. I am a father. I'm a dog dad. I just want to
I like the doggies.
Happy father of 3 beautiful dogs. But yeah, happy to be here. Love Star Wars and enjoying the time so far.
Okay, well,
I'm off my meds, so we're gonna have to deal with it as it goes.
I just got on meds, so we're riding the wave.
Dude, please, this is what I do sometimes. This is why I get the ball rolling so I can get this out the way early.
Breathe. I need you to breathe. Okay. Inhale first.
What, sir, do you do in your I'm kind of an adult time?
In my adult time, I do college counseling. So I help kids get into college and kind of figure out their life.
Oh, that's dope.
That is.
I through medication and therapy and getting my life together, I think that I've entered my Piccolo era a little bit. So I'm definitely firmly in the I'll stand on my rock and then mentor the kids type thing.
So you're the stepdad that everybody wants, but not everybody can have.
Exactly. I'd be the stepdad who stepped up for sure. Is where I'm at. So I do a lot of college advising outside of that, and then when I'm not doing that, I'm doing nerd shit. So nice.
Well, and now we go on to what do you do when you're doing the actual cool shit, nerd type stuff. You're a contributor to.
Yeah, I'm a contributor at But Why Though Geek Community, small indie media outlet, but it lets me go do things like cover Comic-Con and Anime Expo and interview some of my favorite people, and talk about all the nerdy stuff that I liked growing up as an adult. So, and then more recently, I've been starting to be more comfortable talking in front of a camera because I've been podcasting for so long. So I've been recording things and talking about Star Wars, and really enjoying that a whole lot. So really putting that same kind of effort into critiquing and writing and things into Star Wars, because I like it a lot, which now has been a little bit more difficult. But I'm also Hispanic, so I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old. So I'm not leaving anywhere. As bad as it's getting,
struggle, y'all. It's the melanated struggle.
I'm not going anywhere. So we're here. And yeah, then that's it. So I just kind of talk about the things that Star Wars that interest me, whether that's lore stuff primarily. I love the expanded stuff in Star Wars. I've been a very big proponent that for the longest time. I think the expanded material is much more interesting than the movies have been in the last few years, I think personally. So I love Bad Batch. I'm working on a Wrecker cosplay for Star Wars Celebration here pretty soon. My wife loves the Vision stuff, so she loves the more obscure parts of Star Wars too. So I'm with it. I'm very, very excited to get more stuff, and I hope that we keep getting more stuff, because it's kind of scary out there for new stuff.
Yeah, it is a blind step out on faith right now. Hi Tafari, how you doing? Yes,
what up, dude? What up, man?
Hi Bama, I love you. Hi,
here come
Bama. Everybody,
Nicole, what's going on? That's my Dragon Con boo right there, y'all. Let's go. That's my baby.
I need you. You're coming. Wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all, you're coming to BlurredCon this year, right? Nicole, I need a confirmation on that, because if you don't show up this year, I'll come and get you. I love you. Okay, bye.
I'm closer, so all I gotta do is get an address from Tafari. I'll scoop her up. I'll be outside her house. Beep. I'm not gonna stop until you pack your bag. Beep.
Just call in some kind of a threat to her job, and just.
Can we talk about Adrian's voice for a second? We're not going to escape the fact that this man has that smooth, savory, buttery, deep voice. This man can read the menu off of McDonald's, and he will have somebody I need to find this. Who's like,
I know how you got your wife. Very much.
Yeah.
Would you like 6, 10, or 20 nuggets? Girl, I need to go to this McDonald's. Girl, I wasn't even hungry before. Girl, I need to go.
My manager be tripping. I be putting milk in your hot chocolate for you.
This man get employee of the week every week. It's like every time he talks, people come in here. So McDonald's. Ask him for something. Ask him something obscure. Do you have asparagus shake? No, man, we don't have.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. That makes my day. Thank you.
Just don't have the wife in the McDonald's when you're doing it. He's like, who you talking to now? It's always something about nuggets and cheeseburgers. Who you talking to now? Is that what you call it? Is that what you said? Is that what you call it? Okay.
Oh, I apologize. When are they dropping? You'll find out when we find out.
Okay. Right now, just real quick, BlurredCon is not .com anymore. It is now .org, because that is continuing to pursue we are being a nonprofit. So it is officially www.blurredcon.org. Okay. They got the applications out for certain things. If you want to do, if you're trying to do panels, that stuff is out. There is a lot out right now to go to that side. Okay. There are some major developments happening for BlurredCon that I'm excited about, but I cannot speak of because your boy's NDA, you know my NDA. You know.
Nigga don't ask.
Nigga don't ask. So I can't say anything because the NDA is in effect. However, we are getting everything rolling. And let me tell you, March is going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Get your second Halloween costume ready, though.
Oh, God damn it.
It's horror. You already know this.
I don't have any. Okay. All right. Adrian.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you mind talking, I don't know, something really obscure with us for a moment? Since I've been gone, there's been a lot of development about this one new show. Nobody, was really talking about it all. It was called The Acolyte.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't make me turn my camera off on your ass. I will do it. I will exit. Okay.
So all right. The title of this segment is going to be, if I can get it to do what I want it to do, the Acolyte. But was it that bad?
Yeah, no.
Was it that bad?
I don't think anything is that bad, man.
No.
It's space wizards. It's made up space wizards. You know, nothing should be that bad. Like, no one assassinated your child. Like, how do you assassinate someone's childhood, first of all? But like how can you, however bad it is, it could be like the worst thing ever. It could be like the holiday special levels of like parody of the thing you love, and it's still not the
be
proportion so bad that you're going to go to a 2-week-old post on actors and be like, ha ha ha, stupid, we hate you, and go die, and like all these things. You know what I mean? It's never that bad. It's never that bad.
No, I enjoyed it immensely. The Acolyte was phenomenal. It's honestly one of those shows that I recommend to people because the storytelling went in directions that all the other stories refuse to touch. Yeah. Especially about how shitty the Jedi are. That's what made me happy. It's like, okay, let's see that, shall we? Let's see the police.
Yeah. So, all right. Just to give everybody a quick rundown on the general premise, if you didn't watch it, because I know there are people that were just like, I don't care about this. For whatever personal reasons they have, whether they're biased or not. The Acolyte,
well, they don't have Disney. $15 a month can really dig into you. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Or a VPN, if you know.
Wow.
Yes. If you take what were we going? It was 500 years in the past, I believe.
So there are 100 years before the events of 100 years before the events of.
How about 500 sounds pretty long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember how old Yoda is, and then those numbers get confused, and I just pick a number to shout out. So 100 years in the past, Luke and Leia are not a thing. Darth Vader is not a thing. The prequels are not a thing. Brand new stories, brand new peoples. So you have this person named Osha, and it looks like she is going after some Jedi Masters straight off the rip. It's basically it's kind of a whodunit and can you catch them type of show. So you have a couple of Jedi that are being hunted. I think it's about 5. You've got this particular person, Osha, that they need to catch, figure out what's going on, why is she killing the Jedi. And a lot of shit happens from there. So, we'll go with was it 4 or 5? It was a total of 5 that she wanted to get, but I think she was only able to get 4.
No, the total was 4.
Total was 4? Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head. I'm clearly not the greatest at that.
Just remember numbers.
Yes.
It's okay. You want to know why it's okay? Because it's not that big a deal. Like because we could just look it up and like figure it out. You know, it's not a reason to like be like this person doesn't know any stuff. Like imagine, you know,
technology.
It's like he didn't know that thing. Your whole thing is accredited. You shouldn't play any characters in Star Wars now because you messed up a Star Wars fact.
Just take away all of my lightsabers.
Yeah, just take away all of them. Yeah,
it's fine. I'll kill you. I will hunt you down and find you.
I seriously believe that too.
I would. Somebody's. I'm getting my pound of flesh if you're trying to come after me and mine. Okay, so we have first out the gate. We got Indara. I am going to bring her up to the front. This is Jedi number 1. That eats it out the gate. There will be spoilers if you can't tell from the show being over and us talking about it almost a month after it ended, 2 months after it ended,
and pictures.
Yeah, with pictures. There are things that are going to be happening. So we have Indara, we have Soul as well. I believe. Does this one count?
Yes.
Yeah, he counts.
Yes.
All right. He gets old.
Torben counts. He was there.
He got his ass ripped around, but yeah, he counts.
And was it Kalnaka?
It was Kalnaka.
Kalnaka too.
Boy.
Who was the who was the Wookiee Jedi that we were robbed of on that show as far as being a fighter, because the Wookiees throw the fuck down. All right, so those are the Jedis that she's going after. The she, plot twist, are they. That is going to be May over here on this side, and Osha
and May.
They flipped it on me. It's
It's okay. I mean, they're the same person, so you can't really technically get it wrong, right?
I mean, until she does her lightsaber haircut, you just don't know.
Yo, that was a moment.
That was weird. Anyway, so
can we shout out Amanda Steinberg for doing that?
Yeah,
she nailed those roles. Nailed it. 8.
That I'm gonna go off a cliff for that girl, woman, person, them. I just her real life persona infinitely better than what was put on display for the Acolyte, in my opinion. And I liked her character, but there's so much more that they could have done with it that I think personally would have made the story a lot better. But we'll get to that. Thoughts about the Acolyte between everybody? What did you think? I think we kind of covered it already.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought so I saw it, early with screeners. So I've had a month to sit on it before it came out for those first 4 episodes. So for me, on the outside looking in, it was a very interesting experience to watch like all these people hate it, when I thought it was one of the best things Star Wars had ever done. And it was like gonna bring the fandom together. I literally, like, in my review, I was like, this is gonna bring everyone together, dude. Like, this is so cool, because you don't have, and I forgot that like racism exists for a second, because it was such a great 4-episode watch for me, because it was so like, it was just me. I was just watching a Star Wars, and I didn't have any other outside influence because I couldn't talk about it with anybody. And I was like, this is everything I love about Star Wars. It's like the tough questions. It's there isn't a good. I mean, there's like one side is obviously better, right? Like we should want to side with the Jedi over, like the bad people, right? But like the good people still do bad things, and I think as a society we have to like push ourselves to question those things.
Yes.
Even if all of those, because it's like the thing with Luke in The Last Jedi, where he's making just choices like, oh, like why would he ever make these choices? He would never do anything bad. But like some people do stuff bad. Okay, so why did he do it? Why did he do that? Why did Soul lie to this character for so long? And is it justified? And all these things. There's just really great moral questions. And I think that's so much more vastly interesting than, in my opinion, and I love Andor. I think Andor is fantastic, but I think that's far more interesting in the story rather than like fight the Empire, because like that's easy. Like we should be punching Nazis. Like you shouldn't need like that much help to like punch a Nazi.
Depending on what your political affiliations are recently, that might be a hard sell.
Wow.
But we can dissect that.
So, I mean, I loved it, and I thought that like everyone was going to love it, but like all the people that I know personally who like Star Wars like it. So that's really all that really matters to me. And I just hope that we can get something, because we do get stuff. I mean, the Klanaka comic through Kevin Scott just came out, and it's fantastic, and as someone who has been involved and think that the series is more than just the movies, I'm okay getting my stories in other Star Wars places as long as we're getting Star Wars stories. They're not just like gone forever.
I agree. I will say I was very hungry for the show, because I was blessed enough to have the day off for all the days off for Star Wars Celebration this past year.
Nice.
And I was like, holy shit, they're really going to go in the past. They're going to build on the lore. They're going to expand on everything. They're going to talk about things that are legend from the books that people are bitching and moaning about. It's finally, like you said, it's going to bring people together. It's going to be this wonderful uniting thing. It was not.
Do it like that, but not like that.
No. I had my issues with it. I was very hopeful all the way up until about episode 4 and a half is where it kind of was like, oh, this might not turn out the way that this ain't gonna land the way that I need it to. But
Yeah.
here we are. I'm gonna sit through it. I'll watch it. Try to not be as judgmental because edits happen. In TV, people's scripts that are beautiful, gorgeous when they have their final draft, and then somebody that is not quite as attached to the passionate end of your project decides to make some cuts or changes in order to make the story fit into this nice little 8. I am annoyed with the 8 episodes. 8-episode bubble. This show deserved to have. I can't even pick a number. I definitely less than 15, maybe.
Keep it anime and make it 13.
Don't do that. Oh
Keep
no.
it anime length and make it 13.
I mean, I think 8's fine if you give them an hour. I think, an hour, 30 more minutes in each episode adds, I think, everything you want. I think it's also the issue for me watching the first 4 episodes for review purposes and not watching it week to week and then having like the big cliffhanger for 4. Like I've been sitting on that cliffhanger forever. Like I wasn't expecting any kind of like revolution like in episode 4. I knew that it was going to be a big cliffhanger and we were going to be sitting there waiting and we were going to be getting other stuff. So yeah, I mean, and I think like the story just moves quickly, but I think the more I sit with it, the more that like stuff would happen quickly. Like what else do you want characters to do when they're just finding out these big revelations that they've like been so held for? Like I know one of the criticisms I saw, and that's a very valid criticism, is it's May specifically changing her mind so quickly to like, but I mean, I have brothers, I have sisters, I put myself in the situation of characters to understand what they're doing. And if I thought my brother or sister were dead and they weren't dead and I saw them for the first time, my initial thing isn't like, let me just go side with the Jedi. I want to go see how are you alive?
Yeah.
What is a conversation? And I think that warrants a conversation, like bare minimum, right? If you're doing all these things, of course, like wanting to take a second and not want to kill all the Jedi might cross your mind. And I think that's like a normal thing. And that's what she wanted to do, but she couldn't do it because of all the events that happened in episode 4 and 5. So I feel like it feels disjointed, but like, I think if you sit on episode 4 for a little bit, you can kind of be like, okay, well, like why? Of course that would change your mind. That would change everything. If you thought someone was dead that you were doing all of this for is now not.
Yeah. On top of the fact, I want to talk about the Coven.
Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't even just that her sister got wiped out. Her entire tribe got wiped out. Everything that she has known was gone, and suddenly you're getting whisked off to outer space by these people that are now kind of gonna tell you whatever they need to tell you, so you don't, Jedi force them into molecules while you're in mid-flight. The Coven storyline bugged me a little. I think they didn't do a great job of giving too much detail about it, or giving the sisterhood the amount of depth that it deserved. I would have loved to have seen something more than just this, we're witches and we're doing an incantation. I don't want to call it bullshit, but that chant fucking shit bugged the shit out of me. It bugged me to no end. It felt like it was a hodgepodge of all of these different cultures across the world that kind of got thrown and smashed together in an effort to try to make it seem like this, we're all one people, and that's not how that goes. It's okay to be distinctive and have it be in this one particular culture and express that particular camaraderie amongst women. It's okay to just have it be one particular thing. You might try to make it vague, but to try to pull all of it felt like there was a Viking, African, I don't even, kind of an Asian influence with this whole thing. Like you could throw something at a dartboard and it would probably be reflected in what they were trying to do here. It felt very, it didn't feel cared for in the way that it needed to be in order to get people to sympathize with these people and not make them just these bad women, because that's what it came across as to me ultimately. Like they were all the Night Sisters. That's all anybody that knows Star Wars was starting to attribute it to. But if you know world cultures, which very few people do, you could pick up that they were not actually bad.
Oh, they were
minding their fucking business.
Yeah, they were doing their own thing, and I will say I enjoyed this because if you really paid attention to each episode, you were looking at each episode through a different lens.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the lens through May, through Osha, through Soul, through the Sisters of the Coven. You saw it through everybody, and as you saw it, you looked at it and you kind of saw where their biases were going and what it was leading to. I honestly will say this about Star Wars. It is and was always been a hodgepodge of different ideas and cultures and philosophies and doctrines and everything else. But what I didn't appreciate about the Coven is that the whole story was rushed.
Yes.
They could have put a lot more into explaining how they ended up here, even if it's just a little bit more of speaking, well, we ended up here and we were brought here because, and we believe that would have been fine. And every episode I enjoyed because I've learned a lot of things from watching things over time. And one of the things that I've learned is that you can't go for what everybody is expecting you to see. You got to look at through your own lens. You have to come up with your own idea.
Yeah.
And if you jump into this thing preconceived, that's why there were so many uneducated haters out there, because they were already stuck in the mythos of the current Star Wars universe without realizing, it had to start somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
There are people that were before Luke and before Darth Vader. There were people, right? You realize that. Splitting the mind's eye, that was before. So with that being said, I think if they'd given it 2 more episodes and just like Adrian said, another hour, make them each an hour long, they could have filled in a lot of the inconsistencies. But Soul pissed me off the whole time. I just wanted to punch him in the face. That cat needed to be uppercutted and body blowed every time he spoke, because you are being a perv, sir. You are. Ugh.
It was weird. It was very. Why are you obsessed with a child?
Yes. Yes.
Qui-Gon and Anakin felt completely different. It felt completely different compared to Osha, May, and Soul. It felt very like there was a pull. It wasn't just, I sense something in this child that's going to be great. There was something a little.
But it also shows you how broken the Jedi are, because every individual Jedi has a past. Every one of them has particular things, just like real life. Somebody's got a past, or they've got a nuance to them or an idiosyncrasy about them. But the Jedi were trying to keep you stringent on how you conduct yourself and what we're supposed to do. Let's look at the human element. That, and I'm gonna say this, that was child molestation on a several different level, because you're obsessed with this young lady. Nothing else mattered. But you know who put that in his head?
You got that old timer going on, old man? What's going on up there?
And Dara put it in his head because he didn't have an acolyte.
Are you talking about Soul, or are you talking about Khmer?
Talking about Soul. Soul didn't have one, but he wanted one, and you could tell that obsession was getting there.
I don't.
Adrian is sighing here.
By all means, nobody. Nobody.
Oh no! I just disagree.
Absolutely. We are not. I am not a monolith. I am too old for that.
I think. So I'm okay with the Coven stuff, because I think like what you said, Navy, is important. Like, everyone has a story, but you don't know what that story is all the time, right? I just met you guys today. I don't know your story. But in this conversation, I enter it with good intentions and thinking like the best of you, right? Because that is what we do, right?
Mhm.
So when we see the story from Soul's perspective, I think it's very reminiscent of like so many other stories in Star Wars, Qui-Gon's concluded, where I think children are a very important part of like all main characters have like a weird obsession with children and making sure that they're safe, and they'll do whatever to make them safe. They'll
Yeah.
separate the children across galaxies. They'll make they'll make Leia think that she's this one, like she's this when she's really been this forever. Luke, goes through what he goes through. Ezra Bridger goes through what he goes through as a kid. Ahsoka Tano as a 12-year-old. Like, I think everyone has weird obsessions with making sure that kids are going in the right direction, and I think that's also really, really wanted. And I think that because he is a Jedi, and I want him to be good intentioned, and I want him to make the right decisions, just like I want Luke to feel bad about wanting to kill, even having the instinct of wanting to kill Ben in The Last Jedi. Like, we want them to be better, but when they're not better, like, what is the conversation? Do we just dismiss it to like, oh, well, he wanted to protect this kid from what he said and from what he heard from May saying that they were going to get sacrificed? That was directly from May's mouth, that their freedom was through sacrifice or something like that. How was he supposed to know there's going to be anything else? When they get to the temple, he sees through the force that the fire is starting. Like, there's just I think because things happen so fast, I just don't know like what people want characters to do in these situations. Because if you're in that situation and you're supposed to be this peacekeeper, you're supposed to be this person who has the ability to save people, you're basically a superhero, right? And you have this little girl saying she doesn't want to be a part of this coven, as someone who hid from their grandmother from going to Sunday school to avoid going to Catholic schools. I didn't want to fucking go. Like, I understand like not wanting to be a part of like the scary looking coven thing, and
The
wanting to go do
religion,
more,
yeah.
like I think there's like deeper things to it other than Soul lied and he had this weird obsession with her because she's a child. But like Qui-Gon said, I have a feeling about this boy to Obi-Wan. Like, he met him for like 5 seconds and then said he had a feeling, then got him tested, then found out he was special, and then did all this stuff. And he a hoe too for leaving his mom there. Like, what? You're fucking Qui-Gon Jinn. How you gonna leave his mom there? So like, the Jedi make bad decisions, and we have to like reconcile and see, okay, I think we should reconcile and dig deeper. Like, hey, why are you making this decision? And I don't think that we need a whole backstory on the coven to think that all Mother Coral wanted, when I think she kind of really exacerbates everything by telling May to go, if you want Osha to stay here, you better go make sure she stays. You go tell an 8-year-old to go, make a rash decision that's going to affect everybody. That's, on you. It's like putting a child soldier with a lightsaber. It's stupid. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? So I think both decisions make both bad sides, but Mother Coral's intention was to protect her family. And I think that's like where we have to like come at it from. Like, these decisions are stupid, but were they made with good intentions? And can we justify them? And can we forgive them for making stupid decisions? And, for the Acolytes case, it's kind of over. Like, Soul's image is painted bad for forever instead of, and with only basically Vernestra as like the truth.
I think that my judgment of the Jedi in that timeline for the Jedi is painted in the negative light so much because it's reflective of colonization. It's reflective of people that think they're better than others. I think that's why I have such a negative view of the Jedi in this particular instance, because it is them coming to somebody else's home and making a preconceived judgment about them and just deciding, yes, this person has a particular connection to the thing that you believe in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it makes you the
rescuer,
the judge, jury, executioner about what their life is going to be. And for you to bring them in to test them and also coax them so that they come on board to your way of thinking,
that's obsession.
I mean, I would say the coven does the same thing because May's on the same boat, right? Like, well, what does May know outside of the coven? She doesn't know anything outside of the coven. So how is that any like different in the indoctrination than what the Jedi do? And I think the bigger part is that if Mother Coral didn't stoke the fire to make may start the fire, that makes Soul also jump the thing, and then all that stuff happens. If we got to remember that Mother Anissa was going to let her go.
Yeah.
She was giving her the
She
one
was.
thing that kids don't have in Star Wars, and that's a choice.
choice.
Like, you have a choice
Mhm.
not to be the chosen one. You have a choice not to do these things. So she was going to be given the choice, and then everything else happened. So I think that the situation was going probably as good as it could go when you want, when the Jedi are coming. You're like, hey, you have two kids who want to do two things. Do you want to come with us? Do you want to stay here? One of the two things. No one was getting forced into doing anything that they didn't want to do until stuff went crazy. People started dying. So I think it was fine. It was fine until it wasn't. And then when it isn't, you got to deal with the pieces. So, I mean, I think that I can see it both ways, again, from my own hiding from my grandma in like the basement so she wouldn't drag me to go to the Catholic school that I hated. Like,
I didn't
that's
have that
all
choice.
I knew, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go, and I should be, as a child, you should be given the choice to go and then make your decisions later down the line. So they shouldn't have lied. I think that's the bigger part. Everything that happened there, tell the truth. Just be like, hey, dude, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Do one thing that like cops don't do in our own world is be like, hey, we messed up. We fiddled too much. We broke the Prime Directive. Whatever you got to do. Like, oh no.
And you've had that example of the overpassionate cop who feels like they are trying to solve a puzzle or trying to solve a crime, and right or wrong, not realizing that you're crossing a boundary by what you're doing. And that's exactly what happened with Soul. It's like over the course of the show, you start seeing this man become obsessed with this. It's like, just leave it alone. But you refuse to. And that's why things happen the way they happen.
Yeah.
God. Well, I guess that I don't even. Oh Christ! I didn't get one of the people. Oh God, who was the leader chick? I'm trying to remember her name. I did not look her up at all.
You talking about Venestra?
Venestra, Jackie.
No, Finestra.
Jackie was the GOAT.
No. We're gonna get to Jackie.
Jackie was the GOAT. Let's go,
dude. So, all right. So another part of the puzzle was I guess one of the lead Jedi people, Finestra, was basically telling them, go figure out what the hell is going on. And I need to find out what's going on. So I'm going to send some people to figure out what's going on too. So she sent she did. She was like, all right, I'm going to have my own individual squad go and actually get me the truth, because Soul, you doing some funky shit. So she ends up sending Jackie and
Yord.
Who?
Yord.
Jackie and Yord. In order to,
you know what, that boy, he wasn't perfect, but he tried. He tried.
He was the, even though Cyclops isn't Cyclops, but he was the Cyclops of the acolytes. He was definitely
I attribute him to like the cop who's like fresh off the academy and just wants to pull his gun for everything. That's how I see him. Like, again, probably well intentioned, will probably be a good cop someday, But right now, dude, stop pulling your fucking lightsaber on everybody. Like, you don't have to do that all the time.
Let's kill it. No, we're not going to kill it.
You don't have to alter this dude's memory to get the answer you need, man. Like, relax. It's gonna be.
We're gonna talk to him. Kill it. Okay, what's with you and killing? Stop.
So we, in the midst of all of that, Yord gets murked because as soon as he pulls it out on the wrong one, c'est la vie. But then we also have this lovely lady, Jackie. She deserved better. She absolutely deserved better than what she got. Because what she got was a whole bunch of this, and I was very hurt by this going on in the show.
She gave Khmer a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why you would take this person out so early in the game. This was a crime. Of all the people that I expected to got on that show, it was not her at all.
You realize the main reason why they got rid of her is because she had gained too much attention. A lot of the viewers were enjoying her.
But nobody knew that going.
But see, somewhere in their minds, you already know, okay, she's a badass. She has a lot of wisdom for her age. she is serious about being a Jedi, but she's also serious about treating people individually. Half the time, she had to be the voice of reason because otherwise, Jordan would be like, "Kill it!" No, we're not going to kill it. What is wrong with you?
I don't know about that. I think I don't. I think they could have done more. Here's what I really think. I think because she got called to be in Deadpool 3, I think Daphne Keane, who is Jackie, got pulled for Deadpool 3, and she was like, "Listen, look, I'm out. I don't know where this is gonna go, but that seems like a sure thing. I'm gonna go have fun over here while y'all are doing
Yeah,
it."
I don't
That's
know
a cop
about.
out.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like I don't know. I'd have to like look at the production timeline. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I just think that this is the story they wanted to tell, right? Like the casting and like the directing of the character, I think was very intentional on Leslie Headland's part. Like this, she's supposed to die. Like again, like Navy said, she's the moral compass, and without that moral compass, Soul makes all the dumb decisions he makes after she's dead. So I don't think they kill her just because like. I think because it makes sense for the story because everyone's got to die in the story, man. Like the moment this dude showed up, the moment the story started, and I think that deaths. I think for me personally, I knew people were going to die because as someone who's most excited to see Carrie Ann Moss as Indara, what happens to her in the first 10 minutes of the movie or of the show? She's gone, and this is after it's Star Wars Celebration. They showed like that first clip of the thing, but they don't show it in like the next 2 seconds after that her dying. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna subvert expectations because any attachment that I give to these characters, I watch anime. You can't get attached because someone's gonna die once you start getting attached. I watch Game of Thrones. I know what happens when you get attached. So for me, instead, I appreciate like her contributions. I thought she was great. It makes me excited for her book that's coming out. That's about before the Acolyte comes out, like her kind of like origin story. So we get to see where she was coming from, and then we get to be extra sad that we don't see any. Her and Osha never get to share that drink in Coruscant.
Is Headland writing the book or is somebody else writing the book?
I think that one is Tessa Granton. I think is doing that one. So they're bringing in the High Republic authors to write those stories for the Acolyte. So that's why like Kevin Scott wrote the Klanaka comic, and then there's going to be a Yord story as well. I think off the top of my head, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But it's there somewhere.
It's out. It'll be out. It'll be out.
Yeah.
Okay. It's. God damn it, Jackie. I hate getting
breathe.
No,
Oh my gosh, she's hyperventilating again. We go through this every time.
And your spice. This is what they wanted you to feel.
Yeah,
like this
Jackie was your trigger.
This is the exact reaction they wanted you to do. They wanted you to be angry that this dude did this, that they did this. But
they got it though.
It's a murder mystery, man. It's a murder mystery. People
I
gotta
jumped
go
off my couch and I look like Captain Caveman bouncing around my living room. Son of a bitch, you killed her fucking.
Yeah.
Speaking of this motherfucker right here, god damn it. Smilo Ren, as some have affectionately called him.
Love it.
I really wish the fight scene that they had with him was lit up a little bit better. Just a scotch. Cause I mean this just and maybe less helmet. Cause he's
watch it with the audio narration on Disney.
Dude, like
it's so good. Yeah, it's basically just audiobook smut for the audio description. It's crazy.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, Lady Mandalore, I need you to stop drooling.
I apologize. I took it off. It's gone. It's gone. Manny Jacinto, you are also criminally robbed of your place in the Star Wars universe.
100%.
This woman has to replace pop filters because she keeps getting them wet. So I'm gonna need you to replace the damn thing. I swear. That feedback is a horrible thing when there's moisture involved, ain't it?
I apologize.
Fucking shit.
My people. I don't apologize for anything. I really don't know. That man he could catch it every day. Twice a day. He definitely
hydrate. That's all I can recommend.
That action scene was some of the best. It was almost on par with Duel of Fates. I think they could have done a little bit better. And like I said, if they had done the lighting a little bit better,
maybe a different color of the surroundings, perhaps make it a little bit Still make it a little bit mysterious, but a lot brighter. Because there are certain colors they could have used to make it look more mysterious, but also lighten it up a little bit, like maybe a lighter magenta, or perhaps a sort of a lighter, like a lime green or something like that. Something to make it look still mysterious and still, foreboding, but make it brighter. I kind of thought, I was like, yeah, why does it seem so dim and dark, but you got this beautiful fight scene going on?
Yeah.
And you really can't catch everything.
He's the boogeyman. He's got to be in the dark.
You know what?
My ex-wife is not in this show, so
all right. That's your one.
That's
but like outside of that fight scene, the fight scene's so good. I think because of just like the weapons he's using, like the Cortosis helmet, the headbanging on a lightsaber is never not going to be cool. I don't care what your feelings are. You can be the most racist motherfucker ever, but like headbutting a lightsaber is cool. Like that's cool. And you should not hate this show simply just because like that scene and like the Shoto lightsaber, the Legends callbacks are all there. Like, why wouldn't you just love those things? Like, that's such attention to detail that should be celebrated in those fight scenes. It's so good.
And that boy worked on that goddamn the action shots.
Yeah.
I want more. I wanted more. I wanted so much more.
And then like the wushu influences, like in the hand-to-hand combat, like we never seen that in Star Wars before. The end fight with him and the rematch. When say what you want about Soul, but Soul fucking worked that man.
He did
multiple times. He worked that man multiple. He whooped his ass.
He challenged the fuck out of him. He was mad. Soul was like, no.
He whooped his ass. Saul was a bad motherfucker, dude. Saul was a bad dude. But he just made some bad decisions. He just made bad decisions. Why'd you lie to that girl, man? Why'd you lie to her?
He did not.
He wanted to act like so bad. He was just willing to do anything for it.
If he hadn't lied to her, what were they going to do with her?
Oh, I mean, that wasn't Dara's point. Like, what do you do with her? Then you're stuck. Then would you put her in the system? Is our system better? Exactly. Like, what is our system better than the other system? Like, what do you do with her outside of like, all right, I guess you're Batman now. Like
it's like the catch-22 of being
the Robin situation. Yeah.
Well, all right. So we get to the end of the story. Basically, Osha and May, the flip bothered me. It's not the fact that she. I don't. You know what? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's because it happened so fast, or that it happened at all. I feel like it was a little bit of a cop-out. It was very rushed to me.
Which flip?
The last flip, where Osha is now going off with Kamir instead of May. And May is kind of...
My answer would be, what do you want her to do? Like, what would be the better decision in that moment?
Run the fuck off with your sister. Like, what are we doing?
But then the Jedi chased them.
And they were already doing that. That was the whole story.
Well, the Jedi chased them, right? And them having Osha, or one of them at least, stops Vernestra, who Kymir is clearly scared of from following them, and also gets May away from Kymir, which isn't that the whole point? Isn't getting Osha or May away from this cycle that she's been in forever. Sacrificing herself to save her sister seems like a pretty... I just don't know. Like, I just don't know what else to do. What else would you do in that situation when you have this person after you who makes your master, like the guy that you're supposed to be running with, scared? And, at the end of the day, who's the only one who hasn't lied to her? Is Kymir. Kymir's Klonaka, right? That's really,
he was the only one, but he didn't get a chance to say anything.
Kymir's an asshole, but never lied to her. Was very upfront with her, and he's hot. Like, what do you go back to the Jedi? Turn yourself into the Jedi who you just found out had been lying to you. Like your pseudo dad's been lying to you for 16 years. You want to like stay there and wait for them to come? I don't think so. I think you got to get out.
I feel like
I agree with Adrian on that one, because there's a catch-22 no matter what. So you go for the path of least resistance, but also
preservation of life.
I feel like it would have been nice to have them following their mother's footsteps and go off and do their own shit.
Oh, honestly. Okay. Kymir wouldn't let that happen, unfortunately. I don't think. Yeah.
But he'd have to find them first.
But they were already there. And
Well,
Chimera is the one who wiped her memory. I mean, they can't like go together. It's just too complicated for them to stay together, you know?
I feel like this was mess. I feel like it was messy.
Yeah.
I feel like this was really messy. And it didn't.
The crazy thing is, this is one of those stories where, and I said this before, if you don't know it exists, are you going to pursue it? If clearly they hadn't known about these twins, none of this would have even transpired.
Yeah. And if there's two of them, you have to dig deeper because Vernestra doesn't know that they're the same person.
Precisely.
So if there's only one of them, they don't know. You just think they're twins, not that they're the same person. That opens up the whole laundry list of things. Why they went back to the Covenant in the first place was to like get the truth and preserve the truth. Or why May wanted to go back there too, to be like, hey, I'm going to expose you for all the stuff you did. But then everybody died, so you don't have to like expose the truth anymore because you don't have the proof in Soul, because Soul is dead. So there's no truth to unveil without exposing both of them to everything they tried to protect them from in the first place, which was that they're the same person, and that, you know, makes Dude Bros upset. and Anakin isn't special no more, so they have to go away.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Yeah. No. Oh God, Jesus Christ. That leads me into this motherfucker right here.
This is Kiadi Mundi. I'm leaving.
There's a lot of motherfuckers in this whole dynamic.
Okay, as long as it's not Kiadi Mundi's pictures. I hate that man so much.
Oh God. Ew, no. Oh God. Our special guest reveal. This is supposed to be Darth Plagueis.
Are we getting hurt for these names now?
What do you mean?
Darth Plagueis, what's the next? Darth Covidus? I mean, come on now. The names are getting
wait
ridiculous.
a minute.
The names are getting ridiculous. We're going to
Darth Plagueis is an OG.
He's been around. I mean, like his story's been like around. Like, I mean, canon wise, I don't know. I'm real like
Darth Chlamydia.
I'm real lukewarm on like the Plagueis story because all this really shows that he was there. I don't know what else this means, you know, all that stuff that happens, all the other stuff that happens in the not canon book for him can still happen, you know, he can still like do all those things. He's old dude with no specified age. I just wish it wasn't canceled so we have answers. That's the part that makes me more upset. I'm like, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. No, I don't think they do. I think that they were ready to go. They were in in February. They were already looking for directors. They were already like kind of like soft greenlit to go look at things. But then these dudes review bombed it so bad that like movies not even related to The Acolyte, called The Acolyte, are catching strays on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I think that they thought what I thought. And I think what like a normal Star Wars fan would think, that like this could be something cool to keep pursuing regardless of what happens in this first one. We can kind of fix it and go. I don't think they expected the episodes to get review bombed the week before they came out. Like every single week there was like 100 negative reviews before the episode even aired.
But they're used. Okay, I'm calling bullshit on this.
No, thank you.
No. Wait, hold on.
She's gonna beat me to it because I will say something about this too. Go ahead.
How long have we had the internet? How long has Disney been getting reviewed? Star Wars in general.
Tell me how The Acolyte by episode 4 has more reviews on Rotten Tomato than 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. How does that make sense? How do we get there rationally without it being a targeted attack? How does that happen? The most popular show?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Disney has had practice with this type of shit. They know the product that they have. I have never seen Disney back down so hard on anything.
But you also haven't seen them get, again, more reviews on something, like more reason. I don't think that they expected that reaction, but it makes it an easy cop out to be like, oh, well, got a bunch of bad reviews. Now we don't have to keep making it. We can save money and throw more money at the movies. Right. But I don't think that was the initial plan. Like when they greenlit this story, you wouldn't greenlit Plagueis like if you didn't think that this could go further, is my point. Like, and given who was involved in like the discussions of the thing, you know, like Dave Filoni, the guy who's the creative director, who's running all of these other things, you know, as a mega fan, George Lucas protege, you know, He wouldn't be behind a story like this if he didn't think that it had some legs to do something. What we didn't think was that this reaction would be this bad, where again, like literal targeted, like it's just so blatant that it's like it's insane. Because how does something have something that's somehow the least viewed of out of any of these shows, but it has more reviews than the 3 most popular shows combined? Like how does that happen without like a targeted effort to make sure that this story doesn't keep getting told for various reasons that aren't the actual criticisms that I think are valid that we're talking about in terms of like episode length? Like it's is it that bad? Is this show a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes?
No,
of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
But this also I'm gonna piggyback off what you said, Adrian. I've been an advocate for this. We need to stop letting these critic sites be the be all end all to decide the fate of a show, because some basement virgin out here doesn't like the show, him and his friends, so they're gonna review bomb it, and you destroy a story or a franchise because you don't like it, but you don't even take into account that you've got millions of other people, especially female Star Wars and non-binary, who vibed with this show because it was a female protagonist and antagonist with another antagonist and another there was so many layers that was introduced to this to new viewers, first of all, because I knew so many people who are not Star Wars fans, but they talked about how much they enjoyed the Acolyte because it introduced something new, something out of the ordinary. And once again, you got Billy Bob sitting in his basement under his mama's vacuum cleaner and over by the washing machine with his Jetson shirt on, pissed off because he doesn't see the true mythos being implemented in this, when really it is
getting the wrong message out of the things you like, buddy. Like you shouldn't be the bad guy. Like you shouldn't be leading with hate. It's like the whole thing, you know?
Yeah. and
I think that those basement dwelling virgins, like you mentioned, are a big part of the problem. But I think the bigger problem is that there's like creators who are much bigger than any of us here, who have much bigger platforms to say the same thing that you just said. And that incites all the other basement dwelling virgins to like say, go woke, go broke, and all this other bullshit, because we're allowing these dudes to like lead with hate, and they can profit off of it. You can get money from just saying, I don't want to play this game because there's going to be a woman in it. And this is like for Star Wars Outlaws, but it's like same. It's the same cycle of stuff. And I think, I mean, this is just me on my soapbox, but I think we just lost the ability to like hit people, you know? Like, I don't think that these dudes have ever been like hit in the face for like the dumb stuff that they've said. And if they could,
have I been saying?
You know, they would understand that like the reason why people were scared of Darth Vader is because you talked to Darth Vader wrong. He smacked you around, you know, gave you at least some respect of like, oh, that's another human being. Maybe I shouldn't be an asshole. And it just,
and so that's the other thing too. Bama hit the nail on
all
the head
the white guys died in the Acolyte. Like, you want to be the majority and the minority at the same time? Like, what do you want? Like,
how do you be the victim and the hero? You can't be both.
You can't be both, man.
There were more ethnic characters in this show than you've seen in quite a while, and all of them, their international hatred just blew up, and they decided we're gonna photobomb the hell out of it. Meanwhile, you'd have gone through 17 boxes of zebra cakes, and your ass is still ain't moving.
You know, Lee Jung Jae's learning English to play this role, and you're worried about like, oh, he's not a white dude.
And he nailed it. He nailed it as Soul. I love what he did.
Yeah.
Squid Games 2 needs to hurry up.
Yeah, for sure.
Final, well, maybe not final question, but a sort of closing thought-ish. Is there a possibility that this comes back? I've heard people talk about maybe it waits a couple of years, maybe we get a new cast, maybe it's something going forward and you call it the return of the whatever. Is there a world where this gets a second chance?
Yes, I say yes.
Yeah, that face is me, Adrian.
Look, man, I'm all about hope. I'm all about, you know, the biggest tenets of Star Wars is hope, and like I want to have hope that we can, you know, correct the ship and go in those right directions, man. But like when this stuff like this gets canceled, which I think is some of the most interesting Star Wars and hits on all the same themes that make Star Wars great, and we can't get that off the ground because it's not in the Skywalker saga. I just fear that we're just going to be in this for a while until something drastic happens, until we get some like rebrand or some like offshoot thing or something, because these dudes can't apparently handle the High Republic era. If they can't handle this, they're not going to handle like Avar Kriss being a bad bitch in. There's just no way. There's just no way they're going to handle Keith Trennis, Grandmaster or Master Keith Trennis in Phase 3 of the High Republic. Like they're not going to be able to handle it. It makes me sad because it's going to get the same reaction. And then so until we do something that like where these dudes don't feel like they can go and do this behavior, I don't know what that is, obviously, because then you're like, oh, censorship, First Amendment rights, I can say whatever the fuck I want. But like there's no
but there are repercussions to what
there aren't any repercussions, right? There's no repercussions for someone going on Amidala Sternberg's account and being like, go die, XYZ slur, the Acolyte sucks, go woke, go broke, right? And that's like the reality of like what's happening. I can't post a 30-second clip of Nyx from Star Wars Outlaws eating with her main character without some dude being like, oh, this is gay or whatever slur or whatever you want to use, you know what I mean? So like, and they feel empowered to do that. So I don't know if anything changes because it's been like this forever, and it just feels worse now because I think until like those big platforms get demonetized and stop allowing those kind of words to get out to like other people, for them to be like, because I was at a party last weekend in SF with a rep from Ubisoft, and he was like, you like it? I haven't met anyone who liked it. And there was another guy there who was like a big Star Wars fan, I think, quote unquote, because I think we started gatekeeping a little bit to some people. He was like, oh, I heard it sucked, so I'm not going to buy it. And I was like, where did you hear that it sucked? He's like, oh, well, on TikTok. And I was like, well, I'm telling you, me, someone who has 50 hours in the game, it's one of the best Star Wars games I've ever played. Like, it's like, oh, no, it sucks. It's awful. It's Ubisoft. I'm not going to pay for it. And like that was like the mentality, because some asshole who hasn't played the game told him it was bad. And then he doesn't think it's bad, then they don't make any money, then we don't get other stories like that. So I think financially, until they play it safe, I don't know what the answer is. I want it to come back. You know, I signed the petition. I share the petition. I do all the things. I still talk about it on a daily basis with people. I still try to push people to watch it. I'm still writing articles about it, but it's tough, man. I feel like we're doing everything we should be doing, but until Disney or whatever white man is making the decisions, we're not gonna get it off the ground, I don't think.
I think what needs to happen is that, yes, standing goddamn fucking ovation. I think what needs to happen is there needs to be a shift in, we can get more money by being rebellious against the people that are consistently negative about these things. It's okay to have it be profitable to say, you know what, it's okay to have diversity. It's okay to get money from people that might live, I'm gonna rep my own culture, Barbados. It's okay to get money from people that want to fly in from Japan and see one of the exhibits from, I mean, they already do this because, you know, whatever. Disney is every goddamn where. But it's instead of it being focused on the culture and the social structure of the place where you grew up, Disney, I think you need to start thinking on a more global scale and being less afraid to embrace the entire planet as opposed to just the people that are paying your bills, which is scary. I know it's very scary, but I promise you the collective planet still needs to get into your park. So we technically still have more money than the people that are currently paying your bills. Cater to us. That's all I'm asking. That's all.
It's just picking the weird side. Like I think like the side to be on is reflective of, at least for me, it was like looking at what is your opinion on like the Acolyte being canceled. And if it's like, yeah, I'm so glad it got canceled, then I don't want to talk to you about Star Wars, because I don't think that you're approaching like the thing with good faith.
Correct.
If you're like it should, I'm happy. You could not like the show, right? And we've talked about plenty of valid reasons why the show has issues, right? But to say that you're happy it's canceled, like happy that people are out of jobs, happy that people are sad because it was canceled, feels weird to me. And if that's the camp you want to be in, and like that's the camp that like Disney wants to be in, that they're appeasing, like those are the kind of people you're making happy, I think that's an issue. You know, you shouldn't be happy that Elon Musk agreed to cancel the Acolyte, I think is where I stand on that.
Certainly on the wrong goddamn side of history.
First of all, that stone chin fucker, I ain't worried about him no more. But you know, I agree with that. And I've said this constantly, these review sites need to stop having so much influential power. And I even made a suggestion: if someone's going to photobomb, require them to make a statement. If that statement that they're making in that review bomb has anything to do with racism, sexism, anything like that, remove it, because they're relying on these numbers to influence the ratings. Because there are people who don't read the reviews; they see the number and then they make their decision based off of what they see. So it's unfair to everyone who genuinely likes the product, whatever it might be. I've seen games that were phenomenal, like you talked about Outlaw, phenomenal game, but it got review bombed, or people looked at reviews on TikTok, social media, and you take it off of someone else's opinion without even going for yourself.
Doing the own empirical evidence, like the basis, like the scientific method. Like where did we lose? What did we lose that you know?
That's like I played Diablo 4. If I went on what someone said about Diablo 4 based on what they didn't like, I would have never played it if I was weak enough to believe them. But no, I'm gonna check it out for myself. Love the game, love the Diablo franchise. But then again, I'm of old school. I don't take reviews seriously because they're opinions.
Yeah.
They're all opinions.
I have an idea, and it would make these sites make bank. Honestly, start charging people to leave fucking reviews, and it doesn't have to be a lot. It could be 50 cents.
Yeah,
that will curb the shit out of people that are just blindly reacting to things that they don't have any skin in the game over. 50 cents. You want to leave 100,000 reviews, review bombing something?
Pay for it.
Get your check. Go get your check, Rotten Tomatoes. Make that dough. Make it painful for somebody to be that asinine and that negative.
Yeah, because they're just tanking someone's career for free.
Yeah.
18% on Rotten Tomatoes is what it's at right now. I'm just like, I just don't. Come on, man.
I wanted them. I wanted the script to be done better. I wanted the episodes to be longer or be more episodes in general. Those are my criticisms about it. 18% is ridiculous. I would say it was a C-ish. For me, it was a little less than mid to me. Would I watch the first 4 episodes again? Yes. Am I going to watch that action scene again? Absolutely. It was gorgeous. That is the thing that I will go back every single time and watch. If I don't watch any other episode, I'm watching that action scene every time I get a chance. Adrian, I like you. Did I tell you?
Yeah, this was fun. I appreciate you guys not liking something and then not just being like, oh, stupid, like you don't like the thing. It's just so tough, man. I just want to be able to like have a conversation with someone who doesn't like the thing I like, because in my head, and I'm working on something right now for like The Last Jedi, because The Last Jedi is my least favorite Star Wars movie, but there's stuff I love. I love lots of stuff about The Last Jedi, but I can't get over the fact that Finn is like a nothing character, Poe's like a nothing character, Leia gives up. There's like a lot of things I don't like about the movie, but I'm actively trying to figure out why people don't see it the way that I see it so I can like it more. And like that's where I come at things that I don't like, that okay, I don't like it, why don't I like
colorism?
Can I like it more? Can I like it more? But I don't think there's any arguments for the stuff on Canto Bite or the things I don't like about the movie, but I'm always open to try. So I appreciate the discourse.
Of course.
Good discourse conversation.
Yeah, no, it's never, listen, look, I have created this platform for individuals, whoever they may be, to come on here and have these kinds of conversations so that it's not just an echo chamber of, oh my God, yes, you are so great. No, I hate it. I don't want that shit. I want to make things collectively better so that maybe somebody in the Disney camp will listen.
Yeah, where's your tissues at? Star Wars.
It's the crazy laughter for me to
to have them here and build on an idea and maybe get a spine a little bit. I'm really sorry. I have to be hypercritical and say things like that. It might be mean. It may not be, Disney friendly, but y'all were trying to do this diversity, equity, inclusion thing, and you fell hard. You fell hard. You fell for the okie doke. Like, this was not the thing to actually backpedal on. It was just the story. That's all that it was.
You're killing fun. Star Wars Outlaws is fun. It's a fun game where you get to be a Star Wars character, right? Where you don't have to be fucking carrying a
Great.
lightsaber around everywhere, or like being the hero of the rebellion. Like you're just like a person, like, and that's fun to be able just to go play Lando like in a game of Sabacc or something, you know. And we're not going to get any more games like that, man, because these dudes can't fathom playing a woman. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't.
If you played Metroid, you played a fucking woman.
Oh,
Like,
speak that gospel.
Lara
Let's
Croft,
go.
you know, so many great women characters, you know. And look, man, I'm a pretty heterosexual male. I rather look at a woman all day than look at a male character. And I rather look at K-Vest than look at Cal Kestis all day. And I like Cal Kestis, you know. But I rather look at Mira.
Oh,
How many of you basement virgins out there play Lara Croft just so you can see her run?
Yeah, exactly.
For real on some.
Yeah.
There's no way. The 90s were weird, dude.
Yeah.
The 90s were weird for
That's
cubed boobs. It was really weird.
Yeah. Every woman was drawn by Rob Liefeld. If you weren't built like the women from Rob Liefeld,
and no feet,
yeah, or Stephen Hughes, or drawing like Stephen Hughes, everybody looked like Lady Death. Okay, girl, what's happened to your skin? Flower, yeah.
Oh God. Adrian, please tell the people where they can find you, because I feel like you have to go, and I don't want to keep you.
Yeah, no worries. I got to go do the college advising stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. I write primarily for But Why Though, a geek community at butwhythough.net. But I primarily talk about Star Wars kind of like on my own on Instagram, primarily Instagram and TikTok at SuperReese93. Being fairly active there, you know, trying to do the same things, trying to get the invites, get the invites to things. So if you like Star Wars stuff and want to hear me talk about lore stuff and occasionally argue with these dude bros who I hate so much, who would never say any of this stuff to my face, I get into the comment section a little bit, probably too much, but it's fun. But I'll be at Star Wars Celebration. So if you're going to be at Star Wars Celebration, I'm working on a record cosplay, and if you want to see my progress on that, super excited for it. So
yay, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming on.
This is such a good time.
If you ever want to come back, if it's completely sincere, I promise I have my shit more together. It's just I'm very
no, you're good. You're good.
Back. So it's been a little bit chaotic.
Skeleton Crew's coming out. Let me know. I'm happy to come talk about Skeleton Crew with y'all. It seems like because that's again another thing that's like not connected to anything, right? Like that's just no echo chamber. That's just experiencing what it is. So another one that I'm really excited about that I hope that does well enough. So
yeah, I think I don't want to say anything because every time I say I'm really excited about something, it goes.
I know. But be excited. Don't let them take it from you. Don't let them take it from you. Be excited. This Star Wars is supposed to be fun. We're having fun. You know, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right because we have stuff like this, and like that makes it worth it. Even if it's bad, you know, we can come talk about it and find the stuff that we love, and that's I think the bigger message. And like that's the stuff I like The Last Jedi for. You know, like let's fight these dudes, but like let's be happy while we do it because we know we're right. Okay.
Yeah.
We do the acolyte, please.
That part, please. That part.
All right.
Alrighty, guys. It was super nice to meet you guys. Excited to interact with y'all in the future.
Thank you for coming through, man.
Please, by all means, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Have a good week.
Thank you. You too, guys.
Bye.
He was a sweetheart. He really was such a sweetheart.
He's one of my I know I say this a lot, but there's a lot of people on the internet, but he is actually one of the newer favorite people on the internet for me. Please go give him a follow. He don't give you no bullshit. The way that it was on here is the way that he is on his accounts across the board. Give that man a follow. He deserves it. It's just me and you.
Check, please. I'm just kidding. Sir, you only had a water. Check, please.
Oh, you know, we're good. Yeah, Bama Skeleton Crew with oh my gosh, what is his name? Obligatory white dude.
Wow.
Oh, Scheisse. That's as much German as I know. I'm trying to remember what his name is. Thank you. I was gonna say the guy that was in that other Marvel movie for like all of 5 minutes with Captain Marvel. Yes, Jude Law. He is in it. It's the shortest version description I can give you is that it's Star Wars mixed with the Goonies.
I like it.
Yeah, that's
I
the
like
best
it.
description I can give you. I like the Goonies. um, so I'm very excited to see that. All right, Navy.
Huh?
Hi, honey.
Hi. What
Hi.
up, though?
Do we want to talk about what we've got coming up this season?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
let me get my whole life together. And put this. Let me see if I can show this. Can I show this? Let me take this out entirely.
Oh, and
Hi.
while she's doing that, if you guys get the chance, we got the combos coming up this Friday
Yes,
at 6:30.
that is correct.
Now, there's a story behind this.
Are you going to
Originally,
tell on yourself? Wait.
yeah,
no.
I will tell them I don't give a damn because I fucked up. Okay, I fucked. Okay,
Lord.
so I had an interview scheduled for Friday, and it brought on the illustriously amazing and phenomenal Lady Mandalore to talk with Danny Oliver, who is an author of an incredible book, and it was an amazing conversation.
Yes.
35 minutes into the interview, I hit the record button. I forgot to hit the record. So, y'all need to come and hang out with us because this Friday on YouTube and IG at 6:30, we're going to bring on Danny one more time. They are officially a Blurticorn, but we're going to make everyone else know this going on. Lady Mandalore's going to be on, and we have another coming on.
Uh-huh. Is this, wait, where's she at? Is this one right here? Oh, wait, Jesus. Lord,
Wait a second. You can't you can't really. That's how we introduce. That's how we introduce. And we have Lainey from Geek by Heart who's gonna be coming on. And all of us are gonna be talking about, I was like, hey, Dick. That's all I saw.
I love you, Lainey. I love you, Lainey. You know you my girl. I had to do it.
You know she's looking at the camera like, really? Really?
Hi, Lainey.
But we're going to be coming on to the combos this Friday at 6:30. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a phenomenal conversation because Lady Mandalore will tell you, we had a blast. We had an absolute blast. So you're going to see some clips during the week talking about it. But this is part 2. So come on and hang out with us, y'all.
Oh, Lord. All right. Hold on. I didn't mean to do all
that. You
that.
see is, hey. Hey, it's all over my face. Hey.
Yeah, oh, right. My bad. Where did this man go? He sure did say this is what.
Yeah, okay. Boobies. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, he did say that.
Yeah. Bama.
We are going to be doing a lot of comics this upcoming season. How long is the season? I don't know. I'll let you know. But this may not be the exact order that we go in, but here are a few of the comics that we will be talking about. So this is Black Cotton. I'm gonna see if I can do that. Yeah.
Yes. That works.
That works better.
I just don't move.
I gotta do a little bit of hi. Navy, can you tell the folks a little bit about this comic?
Absolutely. Black Cotton, y'all, is one of my favorite comic books to come out in quite a while. Black Cotton is written by Brian Hawkins and Patrick Foreman. Patrick Foreman is a native of Virginia Beach, so got a chance to meet him at Atlantic Comic Con. And imagine a comic that flips the social conversation, that literally flips the social dynamic. In the world of Black Cotton, Black folk are the dominant race. Anybody else are the minority. And it starts off with a police shooting, an accidental police shooting. And the story just takes off. The comic is drawn all in black and white because, again, you see the social commentary of things are not always in black and white. It's an amazing story. You will get gripped into it because everything that we're going through in life was captured in this comic. I told Lady Mandalore about this, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we got to do this."
Where's my copy?
Matter of fact, hold on. I got to show one of the covers because
Ooh, they are pretty. The artwork in these, I've been peeking and a looking and a cooking. Yeah, dude, it is absolutely, it's fun. I don't want to say the comic is fun. The type of artwork and the shading and the detail that they do is awesome tacular, to borrow a phrase from another internet person. Yeah, nah, dude. Yeah,
This
who's
this
drop the link? Drop the link. Link where? Oh, for the art. Yeah, I got y'all. I got y'all. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
right there speaks volumes, y'all.
I'm gonna take this out and bring you up to the front. Boop.
That
There-
right there speaks volumes. That's just one of the covers. This is issue 4. It was signed by Patrick, so I appreciated him doing that for me. But this is where I fell in love.
Is that ooh, are you mad? You mad? You big?
You see that?
Mad.
You see that? This is
Big
just
mad.
issue 2. This is just issue 2. This comic makes you stop and go, what the actual okay? And it all started with this.
With number 1. Oh. 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 Oh, that is
Brian and Patrick nailed this. This was one of those unsung heroes as far as comics that were released. Yes, all of my comics are signed. They're signed by Brian and Patrick. And let me tell you, and I did my on the spot interview with him. Such an absolute sweet guy. Fantastic dude. Had a chance to chat with him. But Black Cotton is one of those. Oh, and he actually forgot. He actually messed up on the cover. So when he signed it, he wrote Black Cotton and he turned his mistake into cotton.
I can't. That's a super duper rare collector's item. It's an original cover now, isn't it?
So yes, it is the original. And
it is.
he even hooked me up with issue 2 that has never been distributed. This is a blank cover. Never been distributed.
Is he gonna draw on it? I always see. I have covers like that.
He signed it on the inside.
Okay.
He signed it on the inside.
But he could draw something on the front though too. Right?
He could.
He could.
And we'll get to that one day.
Okay.
But Black Cotton is one of those that I'm excited about because I told Lady Mandalore about it. And anything that flips the social commentary and makes you see it through a different lens, where it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
All right. So that's one. This, if I can figure out how to make this, there we go. All right. That's our next one. That's our next one that's up. I don't know how to freeze the video on these, actually. Rename, delete video. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna change.
Right, that's fine. Blue Marvel.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm doing with this. That was a mistake. Whatever. So we'll be doing the Blue Marvel. We're at Black Cotton.
Just let it go. Let it ride. There we go.
We got Blue Marvel. That's gonna be coming up. Next up will be Icon. Yay! We're also gonna do Ianu.
Yeah, let's go.
So that's our lineup so far and for now.
I'm so looking forward to Ianu. Oh my gosh.
I am too, dude. I've got the complete.
Yo, that's a flex.
That is.
That is a flex.
Got a couple of his stuff signed. Actually, I am.
Shout out to Stranger Comics, boy. Them some hustling folks. Let me tell you, they work.
I remember when it was just him and maybe 2 other people at a booth at NYCC to see what it's turned into and trying to even become bigger than that. Shout out to another Amandla Steinberg affiliation because she's a writer for that comic now too. Can't wait to read all of those books. And the new ones that are coming up. The hustle. You and Navy on the ground are fucking what is it? Windstorm, hurricane, tornado.
I'll take a twister.
A twister.
I'll take a twister.
Oh, I want to say
I
something.
didn't get to do as much of Dragon as far as the interviews because I really wanted to enjoy Dragon, but I did get one interview in, so I'm happy about that.
You got more to come. Aren't you going to some other cons for the rest of the season?
I have our local anime con in November, and I've got PAX Unplugged in December. So that is where I will be focusing on meeting other Black board game and card game and basically tabletop game creators. So that's my focus. But I'm going to be interviewing anybody in there that pops in.
Okay.
And Lainey will be with me. Lainey from the crew will be with me. So
good Lord, y'all are a mess.
But she had a blast last year, yo. When I tell you, she was like, I thought it was just in one room of a hotel. I'm like, no, it's a whole convention center, boo.
How did I know and see the groundwork of PAX and she didn't? How is that? And I'm
okay. Let's break this down real quick. Everybody who is a nerd is not aware of everything.
Okay, no, that's not my point. My point is I am one of those people that's not aware of damn near anything, but I knew and she ain't. No,
could it be that you had your phone like this most of the time?
Oh, who? Me? No, I don't do that. Whatever.
The half blink was a dead giveaway. Let's go.
I don't think I do. All right, so those are the books we're going to cover. We've got 2 new segments that we're going to be coming up with. One is Bet You Haven't Seen It. And I believe that is us just, I guess, talking about obscure shit. It could be comics, it could be movies, it could be a board game, it's whatever. Randos, you know how we do. We like our randos. Other one that's coming up is My Corner Comic Book Store, where we will be talking about the latest comics. Yeah, I know you get excited. Calm down. We talk about the latest comics.
Sorry, I'm trying to control myself.
A little blue pill moment. Comics.
I don't take Advil.
Or ibuprofen. Was it Aleve? We'll try to keep y'all up to date on the latest comics that are coming out. The previous comic book day. Maybe we'll do something that focuses on the next week. I don't know how to do that yet. So in my head right now, we're just gonna talk about the previous Wednesday. And then we, as always, are going to do our voiceover images. That is where we take
images.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about the comics that we listed previously. We pick one, maybe 2, and we do voiceover work applied with it. We'll have special guests. They'll do some of the readings with us, and not every time, not all the time, but some of the time. We like to keep it loose and fancy free.
Wait till we do Black Cotton. I'm actually going to reach out to Patrick and Brian and see if they'd be willing to just come and check us out while we're talking about it. I would love it. I would love that. So we'll see. Okay,
we'll see. But in the meantime, it has been a good hour and a half. I'm very proud of all of you out there for sticking with me. All 10 of you, you power troopers, you. Shout out to the folks over at Ranger Station this weekend. Y'all are real troopers too. Let's get to my closer. Why am I having a moment of yes? As always, folks, your number one mystery blurred box people, Otaku Noir. Go to them, get your mystery box. I believe they are focusing on their their Halloween box.
Yeah, their spooky box is it's the next up.
Yep. You're gonna want to get that. Their spooky boxes are always fun and outrageous. Wild, crazy kids that they are over there coming up with the fancy things. Weirdo on that reading list. That might be.
We could possibly do Weirdo.
We could try. I got my notification that my book is on the way. So I will give it a reading, and I will. I guess we'll. No promises. Not to say I don't want to do it, but I got to figure out how to do it. Good God! Stop advertising.
You know how he is. I don't know why you act surprised. You already know.
Oh shit! God damn!
You already know how he is.
Yay! Kick COVID! Yay! I'm doing it. Off my back. Jesus! It's my first show back.
See, when she loses shit, I'm the one that's got to deal with it, y'all. Y'all be like, just don't, okay?
I'm nice to him. I do not believe in elderly abuse. It's not a thing.
No, I'm talking about it's like, so how was the show? Let me tell you what I did wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You gave me a friendship.
Never thought I'd see that thrown back in my face that way, but I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it.
Thank you, Bama. You're my one and only. Love you.
Thank you, Bama. You're my one and only.
Oh wait, face 70,000. Oh God, and avoided the con. Well, because he still got stuff back to North. You're not even done. You're not done with the con stuff. How can you get done?
I have been doing this enough times to know how to avoid all that bullshit. Everybody who wants to party, you put yourself at ground zero every time. Sorry, I'm going to panels. I'm going to cosplay shoots. I'm going to sit down and mind my own black business.
Can I just give a shout out to my immune system? I went to 2 cons in 2 different states. I did not even get the goddamn sniffles. I came back to this hellscape of a city and sat on the bus with next to one of them cruddy ass fucking kids, and immediately 3 days later, I had COVID. Explain it. Children are the devil. The devil. I was fine.
Needless to say, she is a bit salty about the result.
It's not fair.
You already know how I feel about. Like I said, you already know how I feel about where you're at. Just
no. First of all, it's not New York, because the entire summer I was fine. It's when those people that were given life got back into school.
In what city?
That is irrelevant to the
No. If it happened in Cleveland, I can see that. If it happened in Houston, I can see that. If it happened in Atlanta, I can see the heck. If it happened in Norfolk, I can see that.
Thanks, Nicole. Thanks. Thanks for the tip. Appreciate it. Thanks, hun. Thoughts and prayers. That's what you said to me. You just said thoughts and prayers after the school shooting. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know.
The salt coming off of this, I'm gonna duck the acid being tossed.
Love you all. All right, we're closing out. You can catch me and Navy on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we got a new schedule thing, so I know I'm definitely on Tuesdays. If I'm not
on Tuesdays as well.
Yeah, we're both on Tuesdays. If we can make Thursdays, we'll be there. If not, there's other people there. You got Whoopty. You got
a solid crew.
We spread the love. Not the COVID. As always. Oh no, that's incorrect. I gotta fix that. As always, please make sure that you are tuned into all of the updates for Blurred Station.
Yes.
There are movements that are still happening behind the scenes. A lot of the things that happened at all of the cons are things that we have planted seeds into, with the hopes that some of those seeds turn into forests, not trees.
Agreed.
Forest.
And shout outs to the Blurred Station press corps, because work has been put in, especially Hellspawn Cosplay. If y'all don't give that man his motherfucking flowers, there's something wrong with y'all.
Y'all gotta tell that man he's doing the Lort's work. LORTDDTTT. Lort's.
Lort. Not my Lord. Lord.
Oof, no, not Malort. That is not something to bring up in casual conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this first episode of season, I test technically 2 of Roomful of Blurs. I love you all. Please be kind to one another. Give things a chance. Don't judge things harshly. Develop your own opinion about things. Not everybody eats cats. Okay? Not everybody eats cats.
I knew it. I knew you.
Yeah, Navy, is there anything that you would like to leave our illustrious?
Let me get over that for a second. Okay. The second's up. Okay. Damn it. All right. First, 2 things real quick. First of all, thank y'all for just supporting the comic book club and Roomful of Blurs, because this lady right here puts in work, and y'all know how hard she works to make things happen. Please continue to support her and tell your friends about what she does, because I'm talking about you right now. I'm not talking about me right now. Do I need to have a Blur Decorum Florist moment again with you?
No. Okay. No, you good. No, you good.
That's the only time I get her to talk New Yorker in her New York tone is when she's like, no, you good. You good.
No, you good. You straight. You good.
Okay. Just saying. Continue to support her efforts because she's doing magnificent. We appreciate everybody doing it. If y'all want to follow me, Navy Montiel across everything. I am trying to get up and do my thing. And first and foremost, I will say this. There are creators out there who are working really hard to create things that are worthwhile, no matter what genre, no matter what platform, no matter what passion. If you don't agree with it, don't say anything. If you're going to be critical about it, keep your mouth shut, because you're not supporting what they're doing. If you want to support them, check out their social media. See them at a convention and say, I love your work. Say thank you for what you do. Give them the accolades and the commendations that they deserve, because that's how creators flourish and thrive. It's not easy to be a creator. To make an idea, cultivate it, execute it, and then you hope that someone's going to catch on and resonate with it. That's a lot. But if you're not part of the solution, fuck you.
The views on Roomful of Birds are not necessarily of our hosts and guests.
The
No.
crotchety old bastard has spoken. Okay.
If nothing else, if you've got a criticism, turn it into a question.
I like that.
Turn it into a question. Find out more before you make your judgments.
And then fuck you.
A little bit. I mean, only if they ask. Consent is key. Yeah. Oh, we've got questions in the audience. Are y'all watching Agatha? Of course.
Absolutely.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I've sat through 300 episodes of One Piece. Yes, I can absolutely. Yeah, you know I'm going to do. I had to come back with that. Of course, I'm going to watch Agatha all along, even if it lets me down. I'm still going to watch it because
the trailer caught me, so I want to see where it goes.
I love to see an evil Aubrey Plaza. I live for evil Aubrey Plaza. I can't wait for evil Aubrey Plaza. It makes my skin glow and hair grow. Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Okay. I like her. I think she's cute in like a bad way. Hi. Yes. So anyway, yes, that is correct. One Piece is a cult. Spartan's number 3 rule. Be cool. What is it? Be nice.
Be kind.
Be kind and
don't be a dick.
It
will all get cool. It will all be cool.
Yes.
You got to put emphasis on the one word that's the most relevant.
All right. Oh wait. So you got to the best part and still complain. Sound like a personal problem. Water 7. I got to the best. If that's your best, I deserve better.
Ooh, uppercut, body blow.
With that, folks, it is now 8:45. I have to be up at 4 a.m.
I'm sorry.
I love you all. We will be back next week. I haven't decided what the topic's going to be. I'm sure some shit will go down. Whatever. Y'all will be here, right? You can get. I will block you. Ladies and
Tune in
gentlemen,
Friday, guys.
please tune in Friday with Mr. Nate Montel for the Blurted Corn Convos. Where I'm just learning we're going to be live. Is that a true thing?
We're
We're
gonna
going to
go
be
live.
live. All
Because
right, I
something
gotta
as
get my
beautiful
hair
as
done.
this, I want everyone to be able to have a chance to interact with Danny, and
Yes.
we got you, and we have Lainey from Geek by Heart.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be wonderful. Friday, 6:30. I will post up on my IG about it, so in case you people have an issue with forgetting, just like me, I make sure to post up. But I will show a clip of our discussion, and if this don't bring you in, I'm not gonna repeat myself with the F word.
Use a fool. All right, lovies. Love you guys. I'll see y'all next week, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
Bye.